Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So who's ready for that shawl along? I have got it finito. Yes, it is. It is. I sat there straight in that room, little bitty tiny room, recording under a hot light for many hours to get that done as fast as I could. So this video is just the initial video. I'm going to tell you about the yarn. I'm going to show you the shawl. And then we will, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions at the end so I can get like what the majority want, so I know what to do now. Alright, so before I show you the yarn that I use, I'm going to show you the shawl. Now the shawl is still on my blocking board because it is a little bit wet still. Not really that bad. I probably could take it off. Nah, it's still a bit wet. But we'll take a look at it, okay? You want to check it out? That way you may not even like it. I'll tell you what. It's out there. The name of this shawl is composed of madness shawl. All right? It's composed of madness. Indeed it was. And you will see that it is. Let's go look. You know I have an odd style, so. Okay, here it is. Remember, I think it's good to show you on the blocking board first, and I'll show you what it looks like off the blocking board later. But this way you can get kind of an idea of all the stitches that are in it. So, this was made with 7 different colors of yarn. And it measures approximately from there to here, 72, 73 inches. And from point down about 32. I'm thinking for a minute. It might have been 74. Yeah, 74 inches maybe. Anyway, somewhere around there. So it's 73, 74, something like that. Okay, so we can start up here because I like to tell you about the stitch, well, a little bit about the stitches. Now, don't think that you can't do it because you can do it. Remember, any stitch that looks difficult to you, it's just made up of, all stitches, they're just made up of the basic stitches of single crochet, double crochet. That's all. I mean, every stitch is made up of basic stitches. And if you know the basics, I'll teach you how to do the rest. So I tried to do every row as different as possible. I did have to put a couple rows of just regular double crochet to even out my stitch count so I could start the next set of stitches, that I wanted to do. But anyways, we'll go ahead and start here. So I did start with a few rows, actually, yeah, 3 rows of double to get it started. And, oh gosh, I don't remember what stitches these are, all of them. I can't remember. There's some cross doubles I see. Some V's, and then we got some shells with I think it's 3 layers of ribbing on those shells. See that? And then we did a little bit of lace work here, and then I had to do a row of straight double so I could even out get a good stitch count for my next set of stitches that I wanted to do. So we got some cluster V's. I'm not sure what those are. I can't even remember. We got some little puff flowers right here. Or, not puff flowers, but puff stitches with chains in between them. They go all the way down to the point, back up, and we kind of dropped down a bit to divide them. You see what we got here. 1 row of ribbing right here. Popcorn stitch row. Popcorn stitch is always pretty stitch to do. And then we go up here. This row actually, whenever I release it from the pad, it actually twists up. You'll see it in the video. But it curls a bit. It's a pretty cool stitch. Yeah, but like I said, I think that it should curl back up once I release a little bit of the pressure from the pins. And you can see it kind of goes down the middle. Then I did like a splatter stitch here to add some lace work. You see that? Splatter stitch pattern. Puff stitches. And then we did puff flowers. Now, these flowers, they'll puff up a little bit. They are a little bit wet still, but they have beads. You can see the bead in the middle. That's not anything that you have to do, all right? I got those beads at Walmart, and I'm going to glue them on when it's finished. They're just little pearls. But like I said, the flowers are a little bit wet still, the puff flowers. So, but once they're completely dry, they'll be a little bit more puffy. They're just kind of a little smashed because they're wet. I'm just trying to show you some of the stitches so you know kind of what to expect. And, then we got some more popcorns. This right here actually is very easy. I know it probably doesn't look it, but it's kind of like some front post and back post rows. And then we have like an extended drop double way down here onto this double crochet 5 together. And that kind of, gives it that arched look. And then we move up to, this is actually extremely easy. When you're doing it, it looks, it's all floppity, and I'll tell you about it in the video, but it turns out pretty nice. Put a puff stitch there in between them to hold them together. So that goes all the way, you can see, to the point. So does, let me go up here. I'm sorry too. I just want to make sure you guys get a good gist, because I don't want you to I want you to fully understand all the stitches that are in it. And remember, I want you to fully understand that you got this 100%. So here's is the ribbing again that was arched down. Here at the point is arched out. And this is kind of pointed down. You see that? All the way up. And then right here, I started a border that took, it was a 6-row border. So, and I made every row a different color, but the border starts here. So, and pinned it down, put some picots on them. Now, I know some people don't like the picots. You can leave those off if you want. Feel free to leave those off. It's not anything that you have to do. Here's the corner bottom of the shawl. Sorry if I'm moving around too much. And there it is. Do you guys like it? I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope so. Remember, I think it's either 72 or 74 across. We'll just say 73 because I don't know for sure. I think 32 like that. I actually really like it. I think that it's very pretty. Now, at the end of this video, I'll show you. I'll take it off. I'll unpin it and show you what it, hopefully it keeps its shape well. You can see that that's starting to twist up a bit more now. It's kind of a little curly Q. Not like extreme curly, but it looks nice. So, okay, so that's it. Like I said, it's composed of madness, like my mind. I'm just kidding. All right, let's look at the yarn. All right, so we'll talk about the yarn that I use, and then I'll talk about some possible substitutions that I think would work well. I did mention what I used before, but I didn't. I'll show you again because you didn't remember. I use yarn from Expression Fiber Arts. She has a YouTube channel. Check her out. But her yarn is like, I have some favorite hand-dyed yarn companies, she's probably, ooh, she could be number 2 for reals. Excellent, excellent yarn. So like I said, I did use 7 colors. So I did buy, she had a curated pack. It's this one right here, and it's called a Boho Dreamers, is the curated pack colors. And it's alpaca silk DK. So I used a 3-weight yarn. So that was made with the 3-weight yarn. It's 50% baby alpaca and 50% mulberry silk. And there was 5 colors that came in this curated pack. She does have this pack on her site. Still, I seen it right before I started this video. Boho Dreamers. But I know not everybody's going to want to use this because it is hand-dyed, and you know, hand-dyed, this is a nice hand-dyed yarn. That alpaca silk is very soft. This could be one of my favorites of hers. But so that was 5, but then I added 2 more colors to the palette. I wanted a couple lighter colors to go with it. So I bought this one. It's the same. It's the alpaca silk DK, and the color is called Sun Drenched. And then I added 1 more, which is the lightest pink that you've seen on there. I only had 1 ball of that, so I don't have it anymore. And it was called Blush Blush. And it was the same, Alpaca Silk DK. So that's what I use. The Boho Dreamers curated kit, which came with 5 colors. And then I went to her single hanks of Alpaca Silk DK. And I got the Blush Blush, which I said is the lightest pink, lightest color that you see on there. I think the flowers were made of that, those puff flowers. And then I got this light purple, which was Sun Drenched. Now I did not use, I had 7 balls. Let's see, these have 230 yards of a DK, a lightweight 3. I did not use all of the 7 balls, but I used probably, you know, 3/4 of them, maybe a little bit. But I tallied it up. You're going to need about 1,200 yards of a DK weight. And then with this, I used a 5mm crochet hook, so an H hook. Now, you don't have to use this yarn. Of course, you don't have to use this yarn, all right? I always say you can use any yarn that you want, but I make some suggestions. Since this yarn, or since this shawl has so many different stitches in it, and lacy, a lot of lacy, you see, it is a necessity to block it. Now, the last video will show you how to block it. Wet block. And when you wet block, the best fibers to use are natural fibers, such as, you know, types of wool, cotton, bamboo, you know, things like that. Now you can use acrylic, and you can wet block acrylic, but I cannot guarantee that it's going to hold its shape as well as natural fibers, because when you wet block, you submerge it in water and you let it soak. Well, when it soaks, the natural fibers loosens and it stretches. It allows them to stretch. That's what gives it the good blocking effect. Acrylic won't stretch like that. So acrylic will wet block, but it's probably not going to wet block as well as a natural fiber. What's best for blocking for acrylic is steam blocking. That's where you use heat from a steamer or an iron, and it heats up the acrylic to where the fibers kind of melt a little bit together. Now, I don't have a video on that, but there are many YouTubers who do have videos on how to steam block acrylic. So that is something that you can look into. Or you can always try the wet blocking. It might block it good enough to suit you. So yes, other yarns that you could use besides what I got, I would probably recommend any type of you know, you could use a 2/8 or a 3/8. I do believe a 2/8 might make it a bit smaller, but I think that would be okay still. Here's the 3/8 on this. It's a pretty right on 3/8. So yeah. So, but yeah, I don't think a 2/8 would be bad. So some other yarns you could use, of course, would be any type of, you know, merino, alpaca, anything like that. I would definitely recommend either in a 2 or a 3/8 yarn. Bamboo, lime branch tribou would be nice. Cotton, any of those hobby cotton cakes, or the yarn art, better deal, yarn art cotton cakes, excellent. Those would work well, especially if you ran like 2 to, yeah. How are those 1/8s? If they're 1/8s, you might want to run 2 together. I don't remember if they are 2. Otherwise, if they're a 2/8, they'll probably be okay. Same with the hobby. I don't know. I can't remember. The Shapekeys yarn, they got that nice 3/8 cake. Excellent. It's beautiful. It's made out of some, I can't remember, wool and alpaca, I think. I'm just trying to think of some. Yes, like I said, any you know, lighter weight cotton, or the bamboo would work well. So, you know, you can just look around and see. Now, you don't have to use 7 different colors either. You can make it one solid color. I think a gradient would be beautiful, like, you know, a gradient. If you can find a lightweight ombre, beautiful. Or you can do the 7 different colors like me, or you can do 3 different colors. You do it however you want. Like, you do you, I do me. Remember, that's how we do it on Bagoday. So whatever you like, that's what you like. And what I like, that's what I like. And then we're all good and we're all happy. I just make the shawl to my likings and then show you how to do it. And then you use the yarn that you choose to your likings. The reason why I chose a better yarn, this is a very nice yarn, the Silk Alpaca Blend, is because I'm probably going to be giving that away during either my, I don't know. I'm either going to auction it off at Animal Shelter, but I already have one, which is unique. I made it, and I'm never going to make it again for my Animal Shelter, or I might give that away on my 1,000,000 subscriber giveaway, but I don't know if anybody would really want it, to tell you the truth. They probably won't. Maybe I'll auction it off, get some money off of it. I just don't see anybody wanting like a crochet item for a prize for my 1,000,000 sub giveaway, which is happening soon. Right now, it is. It's yeah. Won't be long. Won't be long. I'm thinking the 30th, maybe. Yeah. Roll over sometime on the 30th. Yeah. I hope so, anyways. But anyways, after that, I gotta get some. I'll talk about that later. We're talking about the shawl now. So anyways, that's it on the supplies that you need. Remember, it was 1,200 yards. Is what approximately 1,200 yards of a DK is what I used. Silk Alpaca Blend, 7 different colors. I told you the colors. You did not have to use this yarn. I gave you some options. I do highly recommend, if you can do it, to use a natural fiber. It's just best for blocking. But if not, please look up steam blocking for acrylic, and it will hold its shape really well. This shawl, once it's finished, is in dire need of a blocking. It's not right, because there's so many different stitches in it. You know, the top's not extremely straight, and some of the stitches just don't lay flat. Well, a blocking cures that right up. I mean, as soon as I take it out, when I take that off the blocking board, I sure hope it stays in place. If not, I'll reblock it, because the fibers are ought to be loosened up a bit. Now, it'll stay in place. So before I'm going to let this dry a little bit, and then I'll come back to this video and show you what it looks like off the blocking board. I just wanted to show you the stitches up close so you knew, you know, I know it's a weird shawl. I told you it was going to have like a bunch of different stitches. You know, that's why I named it that. It's composed of madness. Most of the time when I make shawls, they are. It's fun. But anyways, so there are, did I mention that? There are 7 videos that will be released. The last one is how to wet block and how to pin it down and whatnot. And they are all, I think, around an hour long, except for the blocking one, maybe a little bit over. I was going to release them once a week, but I think I'm going to release them 2 of them a week. Yeah. Did I already? Yeah, 2 a week. So what I want to know from you is, after this video, you let me know in the comments, how long do you need to get the supplies to where I can release the first video? Because they're already uploaded, they're already uploaded to YouTube, set as a unpublished video. All I gotta do is hit publish and they're good to go. I did it. I got all that done. So I just need to know like how long you're gonna need to get all your supplies. Now I know a lot of people have their supplies already and some people don't. So you let me know in the comments. I'll probably have to go with the majority on that one of and then if you don't have your supplies by the time I release the first video, these videos will always be available on my channel. They'll never get taken off because it's tutorials, It took me a long time. I'm not taking them off. They're going to sit there and they'll be on there forever. So if you're a little late getting to them, that's fine. They will always be there. I'm not going to delete them. They'll be in a folder called Crochet Along. So, well, they're not there now, but after I get them all released, they'll be there. All right. That's it. And just remember to let me know in the comments if you have your supplies ready, or how much time you need to get your supplies, so I can get an idea of when I can let loose with that first video. Remember, there's 7 in total. The first six are the shawl, and I think they're a little over an hour piece maybe. And then the last one is the blocking video, which isn't, I don't remember how long it is. 20 minutes maybe. I can't remember. 30. Yeah, it's probably not that long. But anyways, so that's what I'm going to need to know from you.